Hi everybody. Welcome back to the KnitKnackChat knitting podcast. I am your host, Zach. Welcome back and Happy New Year to everybody. This is technically the start of my third year of podcasting. I started podcasting 2 years ago in January. So it's always a really exciting thing in the new year to wish you guys like a happy podcast anniversary sort of thing. So yay, congrats to us. Thank you all so much for watching. We are currently about 600 plus strong, and I really would love to get to 1,000 by the end of this year. So what I need you to do is I need you to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those things that you do. Tell your friends about my podcast if you enjoy it. Maybe it's something that they can find enjoying as well. Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast portion of my channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed my Vlogmas. I know it's like literally like 3 weeks into January right now. I'm pretty late into recording a regular podcast. I've just been so busy getting into the new year, getting things sorted with my life now, which is crazy. But here we are in the new year, ready for a new bunch of knitting content, soon to be new pattern releases, all the fun things that comes with the new year, especially for us crafters. And I'm really excited to have you guys along with that journey with me. I have my notes over here. So if I'm glancing over that way, that's what that is about. A little introduction, new year. My name is Zach. I live in a studio apartment in St. Paul, Minnesota. So that's super exciting. I've been here for about 5 months. I moved in September. So yeah, so about 5 months now, which is super exciting. I'm loving it so far. So fun. I feel settled-ish. I have most of the things that I want for my apartment, and I'm really loving it so far. Kind of have a switch in arrangement from where we were last time I kind of podcast. Where I am right now used to be where my bed is, but I moved my bed over against the other wall. Or it's against the same wall, but it's on the other side of my room, and this is the wall that my bed was against. I put my pride flag up, and I have my IKEA couch, my TV right there. It's feeling cozy. One of the biggest things that I got new in my apartment, I'll do a little like video clip of it, but I was leaving my apartment late for work one day in December, and by my dumpster in the back of my building, rocking chair, and I just had to grab it. I couldn't stop and grab it because I was running late to work, but I really hoped that it would still be there when I got back from work, and it was. Happy about it. I love it. I haven't yet used it effectively, but I really hope to do so soon, and I hope to be knitting in it, and hopefully maybe one day podcast from it. So we shall see about that. What else? Not much else new in that department. Yeah, so let's just like dive into the knitting content. I want to try to keep this a decently short video, like most of my other ones, hopefully under 30 minutes. Probably not. It'll probably be closer to 40, but let's get started with what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Vertices Unite shawl by Stephen West. This is knit out of, I believe all of it is Muse 2320 yarn. Yeah. Some solids, and then the big variegated section is the kitchen sink that I dyed myself, the Surrey, and the fingering that I dyed myself for my Cozy Classic Raglan, the first one that I did. That was a what? Was that? That must have been, I must have knit that last year. And then I did the I-cord in this orange. So it's green and has, yeah, I really like it. It's one of my favorite shawls that I like to wear because it's super warm, and I think I might knit it again this year. I've knit it one other time for a friend, but I love this one so much. So hopefully I'll knit it again this year with some scraps or something. Also something that's new, my glasses. I got these glasses from ibuydirect.com. I normally wear contacts, but I think this year I'm going to move more into wearing glasses most of the time and wearing contacts maybe. I mean, I'll wear them fairly. I wear my contacts fairly often. I do enjoy wearing contacts. I just had a really weird contact incident early in the year, which was kind of freaky. So glasses it is. So I got these Pride ones, rainbow translucent ones, and then I also have like this exact same frame but clear. So those would be the two like glasses that I switch between throughout the year, which is really exciting. On to finished objects, just to keep this rolling. I don't have that. All of my finished objects with me that I finished either during Vlogmas, during Christmas, like Christmas gifts or other things. So I'll be doing like a little montage right now of some of the finished objects that I don't have with me. So enjoy Perfect. So now onto the finished objects that I have with me that I either haven't gifted yet or that I haven't had a chance to like showcase. I don't remember if I showed these off to you, but Muse 2320, the yarn store that I work for, has this fiber from a sheep farm in Okemo, Wisconsin that she had acquired, and they had gotten their fleece like milled and whatever, so she also carries some of the yarn itself in her store, and she wanted me to knit some like mushrooms. Here's one mushroom. I think I've shown this before, but I need to put the little details on the mushroom. Here's one mushroom. I'm gonna try to knit a few more eventually when I feel up to it. It was kind of a tedious thing to do, but it was quick. It was a one-day project, but mushrooms. So it's magic mushroom. It's a magic mushroom pattern by Tatyana Grigoryan. Right there, you know. So there's that. And a huge finished object that I have. I finally finished, oh goodness, my knit Pouf. Look at that. So this is all the same color. Technically, it's all the same color from the same yarn. I promise. Yeah, it's my knitted Pouf. It's kind of lumpy. This is the knit Pouf by Johanna Lowe. Joanna Lowe. I've been knitting on it forever, and I finally finished it. And I'm loving it. I mean, I don't use it that often, but I definitely use it to like kick my feet up a bit sometimes. And sometimes I'll like use it as like a lounge piece, or like use it to like rest my back over. So there's that. Okay, perfect. And my next finished object is a project that I was working on during Vlogmas. This is the Stripes sweater by Andrea Mowry. I knit this for my sister-in-law, so I need to eventually drive to her house and drop it off. It's so cute. This is knit out of Malabrigo Arroyo, which is a sport weight superwash merino. I'm gonna put it on because it fits me as well. I need to block this still. Look at that. Super cute. And there's that. I'm the second size, I think, for this. Second or third size for this pattern. And yeah, super fun. I love the colors of these stripes. Super blue. So, and if she doesn't love it, I'll just steal it. I'll just take it back. But I think she'll like it. I think she'll wear it occasionally. I had her try it on Christmas. I didn't have it done quite. I still had most of the sleeves to do. But I had the body done and everything, and I just had her try it on to make sure it would fit her. So the next goal is just to block it and trim all of the ends and everything, and then just give it to her. Or maybe mail it to her, I don't know. Maybe I'll mail it to her. I don't know when I'll see them next. Soon, I know that, but still. Okay, and then that was that. That was a fun project. And my next project is my first finished object of 2023. Again, one that I have not blocked yet, but I hope to soon. I'm also gonna put it on for you. It's a garment. It is the Hardly Harness by Lydia Morrow. Lydia Morrow. I ended it out of some scraps that I had. So this is fuzzy. So this is Bear Egret from Muse 2320 and Malabrigo sock, not the classic sock, the regular sock with no nylon in it, and a speckled yarn that I bought a few years ago for socks that I didn't end up loving. And then the black is a Muse 2320 DK Sparrow in like a black that she doesn't dye anymore. So yeah, super excited. I still need to block this still, and then I'll trim some of the ends. Honestly, this was a pain to knit. I kind of hated knitting this. I do want to knit it again, because it's super cute and definitely something that I would wear out to the club or something in the summer. Like I think I might wear this to like a blacklight club, this one to a blacklight club or something. Maybe I'll give it to a friend. Not too sure yet, but I do like it, and I definitely would knit it again or knit something similar again. So we shall see what I end up doing. Okay, so that's it for the finished objects that I have in person. I really hoped you liked those pictures of those finished objects, those gift knits. I loved knitting those gift knits. They were so fun, and all of the recipients loved them. So there's that. Happy customers. Now, I have so many whips, and so many things that are going to be casted on soon. So no shame, no judging anybody here. No. But here we go. Let's dive in. So first, I'm going to show you a project that I cast on in December that is going on a bit of a hibernation. And I want to know your guys' opinions on this. If you guys have knit the pattern before, if you have suggestions. I'm just going to talk about it. So this is my Advent sweater that I was knitting. This is the Festive Yoke pullover by Skeindeer. I finished the body during Vlogmas, or like just after Vlogmas, I think. No, I think it was during Vlogmas. So there's that. I'm in love. In love with this sweater so much. I'm so happy with it. I'm so excited to wear it. I'm knitting this out of Juniper Moon Fibers Patagonia, which is an organic merino. Super rustic. Color work is going beautifully. It's a sport weight, I think. I'm loving this. So I did at one point have one of the sleeves on needles, and I had done like the first little like snowflake round, and I realized, one, I don't want to do this color work magic loop for the sleeve. So I'm waiting to get some mini or some like short, like 2 to 3 inch tips to do some color work on short circumference needles. But I'm getting ChiaoGoo like interchangeables because might as well just buy the interchangeables. So there's that. So once I realized I was going to do that, I just ripped it out. Plus, the way that she has the sleeves work is she just has you like, it's kind of weird. She has you start from like the end of the sleeve, like your like from where you cast it on, not like in the middle where you would traditionally, which kind of made my brain hurt. So I'm thinking of adjusting the sleeve a bit in that sense, where I'll pick up in the middle of the cast on, knit around, but also the sleeves aren't divisible by the chart divisibility. So, and she says, oh, just knit. You have to figure out like what happens with the chart and your decreases. And my brain said, I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of going to, but I'm kind of not, where I'm going to, where I start, I'm going to figure out where I need, like how many of the underarm stitches need to be blank for me to like have an even amount of charts on like the outside facing part of the sleeve. So that's where me starting in the center is going to help me in that sense. I really wish I could show you better, but I can't. But like along this side, making sure I know like, oh, this is where like the 50 or 60 stitches that I have, these 50 or 60 stitches are gonna be my color work rounds, and then the 20 or so stitches, like 10 to 20 stitches that are underneath are going to be part of my decreases. So I think I need to figure out how many stitches I need to be decreasing, like how many times I'll be decreasing for my arm length, and I can figure out from there where I can just have the chart meet in the middle versus like having to like cut the chart out, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So for now, this is going to be on hiatus. I honestly might not even touch it again until next Christmas, or maybe even November or something. Maybe I'll knit it in July and have it done in July. Like do a little like knitting Christmas in July knit moment. But so that's where that is right now. Back in the bag it goes to wait for the needles. And then this is in a Style Society, which is a thrift store in St. Paul bag that I bought when I had visited them. Bloop. Okay, next. Another, wasn't really a Christmas cast on. These are it. This is my cow bag that I bought at Darn It Anyway. These are my DRK Bearpaw Socks. Which is the DK, or not the DK Bearpaw Socks. So the Bearpaw Socks, which is the DK version of the DRK Everyday Sock, which is a fully ribbed sock, but it's super thick and cozy. Have my foot done, heel done, just knitting away. I'm gonna try to use as much of my leftover, as much of my yarn as I can. I am using Le Garçon yak sock for this, and some leftovers that I had for a sweater that I test knit that never actually came out. So yeah, super fun. super cozy socks. I'm excited to wear those eventually. Speaking of socks, I have a pair of fingering weight socks in this bag. These socks are the same. I have them on 2 separate needles because they're at the point where they need to be on 2 separate needles. I was knitting them 2 at a time, and now I'm at a point where I just need to knit the heel flap, the gusset, or the heel flap. So these are just a basic sock, but I have a ribbed or a slip stitch detail on the front of the foot, and then it's gonna flip and it's gonna go to the top of the foot, not the top of the foot, the leg. It's gonna flip and go on both sides of the leg, hopefully to smush the sock in a bit. This is Woolens and Nosh Femme Fatel. Where's the tag? On her Targi base. Oh, Targi, yeah. 90% Targi, 10% nylon. Femme Fatel. Woolens and Nosh. I'm loving knitting with her yarn, and I have so much of it in my stash. I had purchased like 3 or 4 skeins at one point last year from her. So I'm excited to knit more of her yarn this year, which is gonna be very exciting. I have some self-striping in my stash. Yay! Next, I'm working on a hat. This is in the Stephen Penelope plain bag that I have. This is literally all I have of the hat. I am using Brooklyn Tweed Shelter and tones in this hat. This is going to be the Hat and Peak by Max the Knitter. I think I have 1 more row of stockinette and then I start the color work. But I had to break into a skein that I had not wound up. So I went down to Muse and I wound up the skein. This is cast iron. No, this is soot. This is pumice. Overtone, and then I have 2 overtone colors, this yellow and this pink. So these are the 5 colors that I'll be using in my hide and peak. I think I'm going to do, I think this is how I'm going to do like the ordering of it. Have the pink at the top. I can either have the pink at the top or I can have the pink in the bottom. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys have like an order preference for me for this hat. Whoops. I don't know the exact colors for the 2 tones that I have, but that's what I have right now. I remember I had started this pattern last year sometime and then I stopped. So it's just a rib. This is just a 2x2 rib right now, but this is going to be a pair of gloves, like fully fingered gloves. If you remember, I think it must have been like a few years ago, like 2 years ago. Tracy from the Grocery Girls had made a pair of fingered gloves and used this exact yarn. Like this yarn is the yarn that she touched and used. I don't have any of the tags in here, but I like messaged her about it and she was like, oh my gosh, no way, here, take my leftovers. And she just gave me her leftovers of the yarn. And next, I have the Harness Friendly Dog Sweater by Jacquline Seaslack. My friend who I went to college with got a service dog like halfway through our time in college. She got a standard poodle, a big standard poodle. She is like a ginger color. And I was talking to her about stuff, and I was like, I could knit her a dog sweater. And then I found Jacqueline's Harness Friendly pattern. I was like, ooh, that's cute, because she is a service dog, so she needs to always like wear her harness and like indicate that she's a service dog. I don't know if technically she'd be able to wear this with like if she were to go out in public and like do work with the sweater on, but something that she could wear at home for sure. And so it's just this simple like cable, one stitch cable that I figured out how to do without a cable needle, which was exciting. It has this really nice like collar detail on it. I'm at the point technically where I need to do the like pretty much bind off, but I'm waiting because the pattern isn't technically written for the chest circumference of this dog. So I went up 2 needle sizes. I went up 2 needle sizes. It looks really big. I maybe could take it off its needle and measure it to see if it would fit. But I want to know if I need to like stop and do like maybe 5 or 6 more increases before actually like sitting down and redoing the math to figure out how the rest of it will work. So there's that. I have it in my cornflower bag from Nomadic Yarns. It's made out of Barocco Vintage DK. Neither of these balls have a tag. Okay, I think it's DK in a purple color. So there's that. And my last work in progress is a test knit. I found this person because of Maria, Woolen Forest Knits, or Knitting in the Dark podcast. She had shared this person's test knit call on her Instagram feed, and I fell in love with it. It is a ribbed cardigan. This is where I'm at right now. It is pieced and seamed together. Let me see if you can even see any of the, no, not really. So it's a 3x1 rib. You can just see through me. Hi. I am knitting it out of the yarn that the designer knit it in. I purchased some Retrosario Mondine sock in the color 119, which is black, and I'm so excited. This is a project that I need to knit in light like this, or like early in the morning, because this yarn is black. Yes, 3x1 is very meditative, but I also tend to get lost and distracted when I knit this, and I sometimes will do a knit 2 purl 2 for a bit. Which is funny. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I'm so sleepy. I just got promoted at work, and now like looking at my schedule for this next week, I open 4 days in a row, and I'm not excited. I have this in my Bearded Pearl autumnal creature or spring creatures bag, which I wish I could get more bags from them, because the craftsmanship on this bag is amazing. Yeah, but I also bought more than enough Retrosario Mondine to potentially knit myself a pair of black socks, so that'll be exciting. Slash maybe I may invest in sending a big heap of sock yarn that I don't want to like knit to a Lefty Knitter podcast, to Aquila, to get her to wind them into a tube. So yeah, that's maybe what I'll do, but that's also a lot of money, so we shall see what I end up doing. Okay, perfect. That is all of my whips and all of my current like on the needle projects. Let's talk about future projects, okay? I'm gonna start with this first. So in this little bag, I have a skein of Zauberball cotton that I bought at Darn It Anyway. longer if you can see. This is kind of what the Fatel look like. Right there. And my plan is to knit as many dishcloths as I can from this. So this book has 13 dishcloth patterns, but I only want to use this skein of yarn, this 100-gram skein, and only 12 of the patterns can be used with a single skein, or like one color. In a way, technically only 11 can be, but I could do one of them just with one color and it would be perfectly fine. So that is like my knitting goal, to maybe try to do 2 a month. Either, yeah, I need to figure out the math. I actually haven't looked at this fully to figure out the math for. Too much thinking. What is this? 420 meters. I could maybe knit 4 out of this. So I need to get more. I want to at least try to knit two dishcloths of each pattern. So they're all super simple dishcloth patterns, but they're all like fingering weight cotton. So that's what this is. And I have it in my tiny little French Supply Co bag. So I'm excited to do some dishcloth knitting, more dishcloth knitting this year. I did some dishcloths while I was working in December. While I was working at the Ordway. You guys saw that on Vlogmas, and that was super fun to do. So yeah, maybe I'll be doing some gift nets as well this year. And, okay, sad story. So this is your MCal Knitter Baby bag that I got with 2022's MCal, the Twist and Turns MCal, but I didn't finish it. No, I ripped it out. And I bought more of the same yarn. So this is Undercover Otter. And then this is the yarn that I had for my MCal, this blue palette. And then I have this. So with these 4 skeins of yarn, I'm going to be knitting the Exploration Station by Stephen West, which wasn't MCal. It wasn't MCal, so it's appropriate to still be in this bag. It's still appropriate that this yarn can sit in this bag, because I'm using this yarn for an MCal pattern, but not this year's. I'm using it for in the past. So I'll be casting that on soon. I'm working on a test knit right now for Steven. So when I get that test knit finished, I'm gonna cast this shawl on. Oh my goodness. I just want to get this podcast out. I'm sorry, guys. I hope I'm not talking too fast. I remember somebody, when I last podcasted before Vlogmas, that episode was like 50 minutes, and somebody was like, why is this episode so long? I was like, I'm so sorry. I talk. I have a lot of minutes to show. So yeah, that's about it. Things that I know that are happening this year, that you guys can look forward to. Socks and Stocks Cal is coming back as always, year 3 of it. I'm super excited. I hope to get a few more people involved in that, and just get more inspired. I am also going to be a recipient of the Muse 2320 fiber troop, like Mississippi River Scout troop thing that Sarah down at Muse 2320 is doing. She is doing a monthly sock club this year for featuring towns that the Mississippi passes through. So check out her website to purchase quarterly now. You can't purchase the full year anymore. I should have recorded sooner so it could have like let you guys know about it, but I apologize. So if you want to join me and get a mystery sock set every month with me, I'll be showing that on my podcast. I also think I might be try to purchase all of, I don't even know her name. Is it Murray? Murray Wool and Co. Goods? Murray Cohen Wool Goods, you know, her, she does some amazing yarn dyeing. Her advent calendars are gorgeous. I really hate that I don't have one of her advent calendars. She crochets amazing granny stripe blankets out of her advent calendars. Check her out. I'll have her linked below. She, 2 years ago, I think, started doing a monthly mystery sock set based off of a picture. And she uploaded her January mystery sock set as Frog and Toad. And I didn't really read fully, but I really hope that her theme is like childhood books, because that would be so cute. I purchased, so I'm excited to get that in the mail. Yeah, so there's a lot that is going to be happening this year. Yarn content wise, so I'm really hoping that you guys come and join me on my adventure. I really hope to get into punch needle, and I really hope to get into spinning more. I have an e-spinner, just need to get an area set aside to do some spinning. So yeah, there's all of the content that I can think of right now. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down below. I would be super happy to answer them for you. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know in the comments what you're knitting, what your knitting ambitions are for this year. If you guys want to be knitting any specific patterns, if you have any knit-along ideas for me, yeah, let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys want to know about me, about my life, about the things that I knit on. I might try to also do some like event vlogs. I'm partaking in a few, for sure one event. Darn Knit Anyway is doing a sweater camp in February, so I'm gonna maybe try to vlog that. I was asked to volunteer to work that, so I will be doing that. So I need to get a sweater. Oh, I should get a sweater cast on. So I have a new sweater for that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's in a few weeks, so probably won't happen, but I should have a sweater on my needles for that. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next month. Bye.